Pal Bhatto Das Rokina Echai Gosai Kari Charnamandan Javite Vigna
So the bhaktas, by their own service, day and night, they empower the others as well to serve Sri Bhagavan. So we'll try doing Shravan Kirtan at the glories of the bhaktas. This is the best sadhana. Is the Ragatmik Vrajavasis, the followers of the Ragatmik Vrajavasis, the Raganugas, Rupanugas. If we don't listen to the Shravan Kirtan, then we are bound to be the slaves of Maya. No one will be able to save us, because there is no other way to save oneself from Maya. Therefore, we should try to remember their lives as much as possible and do Kirtan. And the sambandha bhaktas have towards Bhagavan, we should remember that. Today we heard all these beautiful leelas of Maharaj. Once Maharaj, he was in Mathura. There are many dharmashalas on the banks of the Yamuna. There in between they call Maharaj. All the devotees from the four sampradayas would come there. And Gurudeva was not just the chief guest. He was the Anuragijans, the Parikars of Vraj. Everyone would listen to his katha knowing that he was Vraja Parikar. Therefore they would invite him. And so the entire assembly, consisting of some scholars, would take place. So Maharaj would say that every dust particle of Vraj is this Prema Bhakti permeates every particle of dust in Vraj. So an intelligent person, he achieves everything by this dust of Vraj. Uddhav has prayed, Brahma has also prayed, not just in his Brahmastuti, but he has also prayed to achieve the mercy of this Vraja dust. This is a dust of Vraj. And he said that Srinam, these trees of Vraj, these ladies of Vraj, if I can only achieve one particle of dust of the lotus feet, I offer prayers just one particle of dust to the lotus feet. And say, Brahma said, I don't have this good fortune of being born in Vraj. But if I have this great fortune of how these sweeper ladies, they sweep the entire day, they sweep all the drains, and in the evening they rub their feet on stones. Why? To rub the dust off their feet. So Brahma is saying, even if I could become that stone, then the ladies, they'll rub their feet on my head and my life will become successful. This way he is prayed to the dust of Vraj. And leaving aside this dust of Vraj, what is the need to go to any part of this world? What can one possibly achieve if he goes to any part of this world, leaving this dust of Vraj aside? What can he possibly achieve? Therefore, this is the dust of Vraj. Vraja means this is very special dust. Raj means dust and V means Vishesh Rupena. Very special dust. This dust you cannot find anywhere else. See, this dust of Vraj can give you now the entire Shakti of Vraj is present in these dust particles. Just as when the soil is fertile, if you plant something, then automatically the plant will grow with many fruits and flowers. And this way, the plant tree says, just see, I've taken shelter of Mother Earth, I've taken shelter of this soil, and just see how much sweetness is present within me. Because of this, on Sai Prabhupada, he went to the West. And there many scientists came to interview him. And they said, that you have left your country, what can you possibly give us? What is so special that you have and that we don't have, that you can give us? Or what is that astonishing thing that you have? And he said, you're big scientists. So I'll only ask you one thing. That I'll give you 1 ton of mud. Can you do some research and find out how much grains, ghee, oil, sweetness can be extracted from that 1 ton of mud? If you can extract all these things out, then you're really worthy of calling yourself scientists, researchers. So in this way, they couldn't answer then. Because how could they possibly extract from the sand, from this mud? You see, all the potencies are present within this soil of Mother Earth. You can get as many medicines as you want, different kinds of food, everything, fragrance from Mother Earth. And this is never depleted, finished. It is always everlasting. And you just see again everything returns to Mother Earth. So, Swami Maharaj, he said, you don't realize how much potency is present in this dust of Vraj. Sadhguru Brahma, he is Bhagavan's son, the creator of this world. This Brahma himself, he hasn't prayed to the dust of other places present in the 14 planetary systems. He has prayed to the dust of Raj, especially. And though he is a disciple of Brihaspati, dear friend of Krishna, he has said, Asam Charanenu Jusam Aham Syam Vrindavanam Kimapi Lato Galma Swadinam. He prayed, when can I be a shrub, herb in this Vrindavan? When will there such good fortune be mine that I can be a creeper here, or a blade of grass, a herb? Will shall be absorbed in the seva of the Vrajavasis. They'll accept me because now I'm not so useful. I pray to this dust of Vraj that I can be qualified in this because I'm very unqualified, very fallen, proud. What can I possibly do? I see that there's no one more intelligent than me. But here I'm saying, then this dust of Vraj, whose foot dust? Then he says, Madhavim Shmikyam. Then all the Shrutis, Vedas, Upanishads are always looking for him, searching for him. Still they cannot find him. And they cannot possibly understand the potency that is present when the dust of Vraj. So Maharaj would explain that, you see, in this Vrajbhumi, if anyone sleeps here, then he gets the fruit of offering Dandot Pranam. And if he is wandering here and there, he gets the fruit of doing parikrama. And when he speaks even mundane things, he gets the fruit of doing kirtan in Braj. And if he does practice the limits of bhakti with faith, bhakti, and puts the dust of Vraj on his head, offers pranam, then when he prays, then just see what he'll achieve. Those are ignorant, who are very proud, they have no faith in the dust of Vraj. Therefore they are wandering here and there. So time Gurudeva was explaining that dust of Vraj has such Shakti. How did Vraj become instilled with such Shakti? Not that today, tomorrow, and then the Shakti is lost. No, the Shakti is everlasting. It's present, not that it was present during Krishna's time, now it's no longer present. It's always present, ever existing. Here, in this 54-mile Braj, all the Shri Maharshis, Brahmashis, Tapasis, Rajashis, Kandashis, Tapasis, there is no such person who has come here and not attained Siddhi. Means everyone has attained Siddhi easily by taking shelter of this Vrajaraj. No need to do any sadhana also. No need to do tapasya, hatha yoga. Wherever you go, you'll get this dust. Wherever you go, you get all these things. Therefore Sukadeva Goswami said in the Bhagavatam that why should you worry in Braj? Will you not get food? You see, the sadhus and those, they get so many things that they themselves have to distribute their things to others. Because what is the use of collecting all these things, amassing all these things? No, I won't get bhiksha. Where we will get? Everyone's ready to give you something. Thinking, I don't have water to drink. And as you can see, the Yamuna is flowing right here. There's so many kundas. Just drink water from them. And someone says, oh, the trees are not giving any fruits and flowers. Where will I eat? Where will I stay? Well, there's so many caves. If you can't find any cave, then it will take shelter of the Rajavasis. They will make a nice kutia for you. Nice place for you to stay. All of them who come to Vraj, you just say, You see, whoever has come to Vraj, you see, and they're all staying in palaces now, big buildings. Who's providing all these things? Sukadeva Goswami is saying, is there any person who has come to Vraj and is suffering? There's no such person. Sukadeva Goswami would say that in Mathura, my grandfather, who's Parsara Rishi, father of Vyasadeva. Vyasadev's father is Sukadeva Goswami. So once Parsara Rishi, he met with all the rishis, Maharshis, and he was thinking, what should we do during these 4 months of Chaturmasya? So he crossed the river. He went to the other side. Because all the rishis used to stay on the other side of the river. Durvasa, Dattaraya, Parashar, Yagyavalka, Harit, Gautam, Saptarshi Tila, Ambrish Tila. Many rishis, they'd stay on the other side of the Yamuna in Mathura. So that time, when the time of Chaturmasya was appearing, then he came this way to Vrindavan Vraj, and he met with all the devotees, and he said, where should we follow Chaturmasya this time? So when he was leaving, it was very dark. It was raining so much. And so Yamuna is not just small like how she is now. She was very broad, very wide. She was flooding her banks. Waves were rising in the Yamuna, accompanied by these huge roars. So Maharaj Parsara Rishi, he went to the bank of the Yamuna and he told one boatman, oh, take me across. My Chaturmasya is starting. I cannot stay here. They said, oh Maharaj, you just relax for some time. It's raining so much, not very dark. I cannot see anything. Also, I'm very old, so how can I take you across? Just stay here, and whatever you need, I'll make all arrangements. Just take rest, you do your dhyan, jap, tapa, and I'll take you in the morning. And Parsarji said, no, I cannot stay in the home of a householder. I'll have to go to my ashram. But he wouldn't listen. He was very stubborn. Then she had one daughter, Matsyagandha, because she had the smell of a fish. So no one would go near her. She was very beautiful, but her bodily fragrance was very bad. Like sometimes you see some people come from other countries and they smell so much, you cannot even tolerate the smell coming from them. Sometimes when these people come from other countries and they smell so much, I think they're all the descendants of Matsyagandha. They're all her followers because they smell so bad. Now I'm used to their smell, so I don't care anymore. Now I'm used to smelling them so much. Now I've lost my own sense of smell now. So this way, Matsyagandha, she was smelling so much. So the Maharshi was thinking, she is smelling so much. She doesn't stay in the water. How does she smell like a fish? Then her father said, your daughter, you don't smell like this, but why does your daughter smell this way? Why does she smell like a fish? And he said, oh Maharaj. He said, oh, I'm a boatman. Once I received a big fish. And I saw a dead fish. And I opened the fish open. Then I saw this beautiful girl lying in this fish. And I started raising this girl as my own daughter. And this lady, she said, oh Maharaj, if you desire, then I'll take you on the other side. If Father gives me order, I'll take you on the other side. I know how to row the boat. Then she said, oh, you daughter, you cannot take him across. See, Yamuna is flowing very swiftly. He said, no, Father, don't give any pain to the Rishi. I'll take him across. And then this way, she tried rowing across. But the flow of the Yamuna was very swift. The boat was being washed away. Then somewhere it got stuck in the middle of the darkness. It got stuck somewhere. Anyhow, she tried pulling the boat, but still she couldn't. Meanwhile, there was a flash of lightning, and the Rishi saw Matsyagandha, and by his glance, he made her conceive a child, and this child was immediately born. And she became very shy. What has just happened? This Rishi is so old, so aged, and just by his glance, he's given me a child now. Now my chastity is gone. And he's a 16-year-old boy. Very effulgent. He was born on an island. He was blackish, and she was very golden, and the Rishi was a little blackish, and the sun was also a little blackish, darkish. They say the son offered pranams to both his mother and father. And the father, he told his 16-year-old son, "So here in Vraj, there's Badrikeda, Char Dham, you go there, and you write all the Shastras, Vedanta, Upanishad, Shruti, Smriti, Puran, Itihas, Bhagavat. You write all these different scriptures there. And for some time you meditate, and by your samadhi, you'll realize everything, and you'll manifest everything." So how can I do everything alone? Then he said, then Bhagavan Narayan himself is present in Badrik Ashram. He will empower you, and he will, Ganesh himself will be your scribe. He'll be your scribe, and he'll write down everything. Your Puran, Veda, Upanishad, Smriti, Shruti, everything. So when he offered pranams, he told his mother that whenever there's need, you remember me and I'll immediately appear. And then the Rishi blessed him, blessed her, saying, "Now your chastity will not be lost. You will always remain untouched, and this smell of a fish will go away forever. And the king of this entire place will marry you, and you'll become his queen. And your youth will never be lost. You'll never be old." So then he blessed her, this Parsha Rishi, and he left. And by the mercy of the Rishi, the Matsyagandha returned to her father. Then she was almost smelling. She was even more beautiful than before. They say she didn't tell anything to her father that I had a son, nothing. And she said, "Do you take the Rishi across?" And she nodded her head. And she said, "Oh, my daughter is very qualified." Meanwhile, on the other day, Maharaj Shantanu, he came from Hastinapur. Shantanu, first he had married Ganga Devi. So Ganga Devi, she had made him promise that whatever I do, you should never question me. If you question me, then I'll leave you immediately. So what did she do? She'd have one son, and she'd put the son and throw him inside the Ganga. Shantanu became mad, saying, "I just had 7 sons," and she threw all 7 sons inside the Ganga. And the 8th son also she started taking away. Then he couldn't tolerate it anymore. And he said, "7 sons of mine, you've just thrown them in the Ganga. Now at least this one son you give to me." She said, "All right, here, I'm leaving you now. Now I'll not stay with you anymore." And she left. And he was weeping so much in separation from her, but still she did not return. And then she said, "If you want me to look after the boy, just leave him on the banks of the Ganga, and I'll take him on my lap and I'll look after him." And she also told this small boy that whenever you feel the need to meet your mother, just think about me and I'll appear. So Santanu, his son, became very, very effulgent, very strong boy. His name was Devrato. It was so beautiful. His body was very well built. So they say, so then there Shantanu, he came to the forest to hunt. Because this is, the kings especially, they like to hunt. Just like killing animals in the forest. So when he came there, he saw Matsyagandha. And he changed her name from Matsyagandha to, now the Rishi named her Satyavati. And Satyavati, when he saw her, he became crazy. Then he told the boatman, Santanu Maharaj, give me your daughter. I'll make her my queen. And he said, not at any cost. He said, why not? Because your son Devrata is very beautiful, very effulgent. So this way, if he wants, he can marry my daughter, but not you. The king became very sad. Then he returned home. And then he stopped eating, drinking, just locked himself from inside, and he was crying the whole time. It seemed he would die. So then the ministers came, and they asked him, and he wouldn't say anything. Then Devrata asked him so much, tried to satisfy so much, but he didn't tell anything to him as well. He wouldn't eat, sleep, nothing. Being absorbed and thinking about her, he became lost. Became mad, crazy, he became very thin. And anyhow, they brought her back to external consciousness. So Devrata, he asked, how can I make my father happy again? And they said, only you can do so. And he said, how? I'm ready to give my life for my father. Then they said, your father, he went to Mathura Mandal to hunt. There he saw one lady. She became so attracted that he can no longer forget her or leave her. So they said, what is wrong in this? The king can have 1,000 wives also. Immediately I will speak to her. So Bhishma, then he went, Devrata, and they say this boatman became very angry, very happy. Oh, now you've come, I'll marry my daughter to you. He said, yes, okay, give me your daughter. But this daughter is not for me, she is for my father. He said, no, I'll never give her away to your father. He said, I am a boatman, but my daughter, she'll not be a maidservant in your kingdom. Because you're the prince. So if my daughter will have children, then they will become your servants, and my daughter will become maidservant. How can I let them stay in such a condition? He said, no. I promised that I will not be a king ever. So then they said, what if you don't become the king? What about the children? They might want to become, because the elder son of the elder prince, he becomes the king. He said, I'll never marry. He said, still I don't believe you. Then he said, I make this promise that I'll never marry. I'll always remain lifelong brahmachari. So give me your daughter at least now. Then he took his daughter and offered her to Santanu Maharaj. And he married, Shantanu Maharaj married her. But Vedavyas, his son is Sukadeva Goswami. This Sukadeva Goswami, now he is doing kirtan with these glories of Vraj. Last they had written everything down. But who would preach what he has written? Then Sukadeva Goswami, he started describing these glories of Vraj. Vraja Bhakti, Vraja Prem Bhakti. So he started doing kirtan. So if anyone does tapasya in this dust of Vraj, the fruit is infinite. It can never be destroyed. Even if there are many trying to steal, still this dust of Vraj has such samartha, capability, that even such thieves will not be able to take anything off from this just small particle of dust. Therefore, this Vraj has such wonderful glories that you can do sadhana tapasya in all the other places. But if you just remember Vraj when you offer pranams, then immediately you get siddhi. then what to speak of staying here in Braj physically? Therefore, not just staying there, but you must be careful to not stay in Braj like these bed bugs, like these insects. You see in the Yamuna, the turtles, the snakes. In Radhakund, Mansi Ganga, Prem Sarovar, Chandra Sarovar, Man Sarovar, Kusum Sarovar. There's so many different kinds of living entities staying there. They stay with the parents. So in this way, if one comes to this, if one becomes entangled, then he forgets Bhagavan, then what will happen? Who do we remember the whole day? Rama, Shama, Jadumadu, all these birds, animals, only remembering them and chanting their names. But you don't remember Prabhu. Even so, by staying in Braj, automatically these names of Radharani, Krishna will enter your ears. Anyhow, you will honor Mahaprasad. And anyhow, the dust of Braj will cover you. Even if you are locked all the windows in your room, still the dust of Braj will enter through these windows and bathe you. This dust has such power. So even if you make a golden palace, still this dust of Braj will enter inside. But this will not happen in other places. You see, first Trinavarta, he came. Already though, Trinavarta, he thought, I'll go to Vraj and I'll take this dust of Vraj and I'll distribute this dust of Vraj to everyone. Why? Because everyone's so sad. They're suffering so much. They say, Vrajvasis are very happy. So why are they happy? You have to look, have to search. So when he found out that this dust of Vraj has so much power, so much Shakti, then he said, alright, now I'll take the dust of Vraj and bring as much back as I can. And I'll also bring those who have taken birth in Vraj. And I'll leave them. So they say, when he came, blades, Trinavarta already do. He took the blades of grass, everything, whatever he could find, he took them away. How? Because he appeared in the form of a twister, tornado. Like we say, in this way, when this puja, Indra, he told Pavan Devata, the wind god, he told everyone, go and destroy Govardhan. And you see how much rain was showered on Giriraj. And so what they do, they nicely did Abhishek of Giriraj. Now Giriraj was shining so much. And again, this big storm, and again he was dried. Again there was a big storm. This happened for 7 days. Now he became so effulgent, like this blue sapphire. Giriraj, like Krishna himself. Because you see, all the Giriraj is covered by so much cow dung and dust and all these other things. But what Indra do? He started unleashing so many thunderbolts. And Giriraj, that all the insects, scorpions, snakes, they all ran away in fear. So they say Indra actually was cleaning Giriraj. So they say anyone who comes to Vraj, directly or indirectly, they're all serving Vraj. They can never be destroyed. So at that time, Srila Goswami said that this Vrajaraj has such power, such potency, that it is indescribable. If you do even a little sadhana here in Braj, you'll get so much strength, you can realize yourself. So they say, they asked Krishna, there's only Rishi Maharshis here, Brahmashis, Sabashis, Rajarshis. So who should we take shelter of? Whose ashraya should we accept? Well, we can also have the sambandha with their Priyatam. And this relationship will never be broken. We only have this one desire. The life after life, this personality who we've attained will never go far away from us, and neither should we go far away from him. So Krishna knew everything what the gopis wanted, and they only had speak of one thing, even if they speak it in a roundabout way. So Krishna, he said, today is Vasanta Panchami. On the day of Vasanta Panchami, this Rituraj means spring, king of all seasons. Rituraj, he appears. So that time, the Vasanta Panchami is a very auspicious tithi. And on that day, Durvasa Rishi, he also appeared on this day. This is his birthday. Durvasa Tadattaraya, Chandrama, they are actually the manifestations of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So they went to test Anusya Devi. They said, then she got bhiksha and they said, no. How will you take? They said, you'll have to become naked and give us this bhiksha. And she said, and she thought, you'll have to give everything without any cloth. Then she said, alright, let me ask my father. Let me ask my husband. The husband said, you don't know who they are. Give them. You see, we came naked in this world. And we leave naked. So they've come to examine you. And she said, alright, I'll give you bhiksha naked. But on one condition. All of you should become my children. And sit on my lap. If you become babies, then I'll give you this bhiksha. And she was a very chaste lady. Very devoted to her husband. She was the predominating deity. They say all these three Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they became small babies. They sat on her lap and they started drinking her breast milk. She started caressing them. She started swinging them in the cradle. So just see, now they're entangled. So how can they possibly leave? So wherever there's tapasya, there's the Shakti, then Bhagavan, he himself also is subdued by such prema. It falls on Vasanta Panchami. So they said, go offer puja to the Durvasa Rishi, offer bhoga to Arti, and by serving the Santas, you can please him and have his blessings and Shakti. Or else, it's very difficult to achieve anything from him, attain something from him. So someone said, how can we serve him? He said, your hand as this yash is renowned. Any person who comes to Vraj, even if he's illiterate, still, if he makes anything for Bhagavan, then Bhagavati Purnamasi empowers that person, gives him pure intelligence, makes all proper arrangements. If someone desires the sweets, malpua, halwa, kheer, make whatever you feel like, and take everything and offer to Giriraj. They say when they listen, you have come from Braj, that I have sent you, then they'll become so happy. And they'll all start wandering Mahaprasad. So they say Parikrama, honored, and then take that mercy. You'll never be miserable in your lives. Because he is Durvasa. They're going to him, all bad desires, Durvasana, go away. Want to become free from all anarthas. Rog, shop, pap, tap, karma. Be free from all prarabdha, everything. He'll make one very pure, clean. No Durvasana, wicked desire will stay in that heart. And he doesn't eat anywhere. What he just drinks is rasa of Durva grass. And he continues with his tapasya. But this prasad of Vraj, he also likes honoring and nourishing. because Vasanta Panchami is also his birthday, his appearance day. So in Vasanta Panchami, all the Vrajavasis, on the advice of Krishna, they made so many things for Krishna. This is called Amrit Dhara, Madhu Dhara, flow of nectarian honey. They make kheer, and where do they bring the sugar from? They dry the honey and they use this honey as sugar for the kheer. And then they powder these fruits. Like you see dates, they powder dates. And they say they use so many substituents for sugar while cooking there. So in this way, they took everything, very nice things to worship. And there they saw Yamuna is so huge, how can they possibly cross Yamuna? So you heard all these Leelas. But if you listen to how much ras is in Gurudeva's Katha, then you can realize. So when they came on the banks of the Yamuna, then they thought, how can we cross the Yamuna? Then when they thought, let's return and go to Krishna, or else we'll lose so much time. And so they started meditating on Krishna by chanting the Gopal mantra. And Krishna said, wherever you go, you never leave me, huh? At least leave me alone for one day. Still you remember me, you don't leave me alone. Then they said, you're going to, we desire that we bind you, keep you with us. But now how will we cross the Yamuna? And they said, you can swim across. And they said, our sweets then will be ruined. And he said, alright, do one thing. You call a boat will take you across. They said, so many millions of people, how can they cross the river in one boat? He said, what can I do? Or should I just take all of you and throw you on the other side? In Ramlila you made a bridge. Kamyavan also this Setubandha Rameshwar. So I'll also make a bridge on the Yamuna and take you across. So then Krishna, he said, actually there's no time to build a bridge. Then the Gopi said, just by your desire you can build a bridge. Then he said, alright, Yamuna Devi, I'll tell something to Yamuna Devi. Just as my father crossed the Yamuna, took me to Gokul, similarly I'll also take you across. So Krishna, then what did he say? He said, go and tell Yamuna Devi that Krishna is a brahmachari. That he has never even seen the face of a woman. He's never spoken to them. He has no relationship with any of them. He never even thinks about them. So Krishna is Akuman brahmachari, lifelong brahmachari. Then you should tell Yamuna to make way. And they repeated whatever Krishna said. And they saw that Yamuna, she spread to two sides. And a beautiful way was in the middle of the Yamuna. There's so many trees on the banks there. There's so many creepers. So they all chanting Krishna kirtan. They chanting Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. They knew so many kirtans. And they say they reached the Rasa Rishi's ashram. And they saw that the Rishi's ashram so enchanting. It is said that all the devatas, they sweep the floor and they protect these fruits and flowers, they nourish these trees. This place is called Ishapur. Now it's called Ishanpur. Any desire, if you take any desire and go to this place, then your desire will become fulfilled. Therefore, Ishapur was a very exalted place. By going there, then one's heart will automatically become pure. And whatever you desire, even before you ask, you will have your desires fulfilled. So they say Durvasa's ashram was there. So lakhs and lakhs of people, Devi Devatas came to observe his birthday. And so we're going to offer pranams, offer gifts, all these things. So they all went there, Durvasa Rishi, and they saw Durvasa Rishi. He was very effulgent. And you could see him from even many long distance. And just see how, if you offer anything here, then he'll accept. Just see how near he is to all of us. And say Durvasa Rishi is accepting all their offerings and eating so much. He took everything away, he ate everything away. And then he blessed everyone, becoming happy. And they returned, they saw that the Yamuna is now closed the way, and how could they again cross the Yamuna? So meanwhile, they see the blessings of Durvasa Rishi, feeding him very nicely. And they said, oh, there's such a nice ashram, Santos here in Braj. By coming here, the heart becomes so happy. We're drowning in Ocean of Ananda. It seems that we are being absorbed in such premras. I'm realizing how much he loves. This is called Divya Sandesh. So they say, he became so happy seeing this magnanimity. And then they say, he said, next time I'll come and glorify Krishna and give this prasad to Krishna as well. So then they took these empty pots. So while returning, some remnants of this prasad had fallen on the ground, so they collected all these things and they were leaving. And then Yamuna was not giving way again. Then they again went, oh Durva, oh Maharaj, how can you cross the Yamuna? Then what did the Rishi say? He said, if you haven't eaten anything in your entire life, you go tell Yamuna that you must make way if I have not eaten anything in my entire life. If I have not touched any rice, nothing, then give me some way. Not even drank anything, nothing. And the gopis saw, just see, the Yamunas again made a way free. Just see, like Guru, like disciple. So as soon as Durvasa Rishi said, I have not eaten anything, and you see Yamuna has opened up again. Just see, the Guru and disciple are speaking in such a like manner. Very surprising. Then he asked someone that, oh, you've given you so much and you've eaten, and still you said you haven't eaten anything. He said, oh, you offered, you gave, and I offered to my Prabhu. So how have I possibly eaten anything? I haven't eaten anything. He just gave me here and I offered him to there. Offered this to him there. My duty is whatever I get, I offer to Sri Guru. You see the heart of the Santos? You see the Bhagavan, he is the beloved of the Santas. Whatever they take, they offer to Bhagavan. They don't keep anything for themselves. Not that, oh, I'll keep something aside for me and then I'll offer the rest to Bhagavan. So they say, Maharshi Durvasa, he never kept anything for himself. Whatever he attained, he offered everything for Prabhu. He didn't touch anything, keep anything for himself. He didn't keep anything aside for himself. Therefore, he is a Rishi. See, Rishi means that he has such knowledge, realized knowledge, that he doesn't keep anything for himself, doesn't hide anything. Like a crow. You see one crow, he only has one eye. Whatever it gets, it makes sure it goes and hides it somewhere. Then again starts looking for something. Oh, and then whatever it has collected, it forgets where it is kept. And again starts cawing, oh, where have I kept whatever I have collected? And so we're also like these crows. We collect so many things, but then we forget. Say, oh, let me hide something. No. Antaryami Paramatma, he has such big eyes. You think he does not see what you're hiding? Where will you hide? In which bank locker? In which well will you hide? So Durvasa, he never did such things. Therefore he said, never accept anything. He said, they took everything in front of you. I haven't eaten anything, he said. I've never taken anything in the first place. I just offered to my beloved. Then Krishna, he spoke of himself as being a brahmachari. So in Durvasa Rishi, he said, brahmachari means one who's always wandering in this realm of Brahma. Means Brahma himself follows him everywhere. So brahmachari is he who has no place for anyone else except Parabrahma in his heart. And he only has this place for Parabrahma in his heart. He is brahmachari. He doesn't touch anyone, meet anyone, speak to anyone. He only has relationship with Parabrahma, Paratpar, Parameshwar. And he himself is fulfilled always from within. So who will he possibly touch, hate, love, despise? He is always equipoised. He always gives shelter to everyone. But it doesn't mean that he accepts someone and uses that person as for his own enjoyment. They spoke such nice tattvas to the Vaishnavas, Durvasa Rishi and Krishna. And then especially Durvasa Rishi. Then the gopis thought, today our lives are successful because we have attained the association of such Sadguru, Pandit. You must realize this tattva gyan in your heart. And so he made others realize also what he has realized in his own heart. And not that today you listen and then you forget after some time. Why will you forget? You forget because you have no faith. But Rishi made the gopis realize this. So then they came and told Krishna, Durvasa Rishi said, if I haven't eaten anything, drank anything, then Yamuna should make way. And Yamuna, she starts smiling and she respectfully welcomed the gopis and took them on the other side. Before they had to come walking, and while returning, they returned with so much happiness. And then they said, you're going to meet Krishna, so give him my gifts as well. What are those gifts? These beautiful lotus flowers, lotus seeds, and these panifal, these fruits that grow in the water, ornaments, clothes. She gave so many gifts for Krishna. She gave so much that they could not even carry all these things. So when they came to Vraj and gave these gifts to Krishna, and Krishna said, did you have darshan? They said, oh Prabhu, you made our life successful. We would have never even thought or imagined how to attain the mercy of a Santa. Therefore, there are many who are wandering in the market, bazaar, but they don't realize who is sadhu and how to achieve the association of sadhu. Therefore, without Hari's kripa, how can you possibly achieve the association of Santa, hari-bhakta? Even if you achieve the association, you will not realize who he is. If Bhagavan is happy, then he'll make you have the association of Santa. And then by Bhagavan's desire, these Santas, they impart this Atma Gyan and Paramatma Gyan. Or else, if you just keep wandering here and there, you'll not achieve the association of Santa. Because the Santas are not like that. They go anywhere and then start singing, dancing. Oh, I'm selling this harmonium. You buy this harmonium. Oh, if your stomach is not getting clean, then take these tablets. Your stomach will be clean. So is this what a sadhu Santa does by doing kirtan? Sadhu is not like this. So then Guruji said, therefore to achieve the association of Santa, you should pray to Bhagavan. When Bhagavan bestows mercy, then he'll help you meet the Santas. And then the Santas, out of their great mercy, they'll give you this Bhagavad Gita again. this mitravat vyavahar, very friendly relationship with each other. Then Maharaj, he spoke this verse, O Bhagyam, O Vakyam Nanda Gopura Joka Samyan Mitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. This Purna Brahma Sanatan Swarup, Brahma Swarup, Bhagavan himself. And now he has become dear friend of everyone. He's made everyone qualified. He takes sakhas out cow herding in the early morning, go to all these forests of forests. And this way, he take them on his goat charan. Goat charan means especially trying to control your go senses. How they can be engaged for this Bhagavad Seva, Bhagavad Gyan. And this way, the Siksha is given, make them ready. So this way, this our Prabhu makes everything ready in Braj for everyone. So they say, Maharaj, started doing kirtan. These glories of Vraj. And Maharaj started describing every place of the 84-mile Braj. And it was also published in a book, this Brajmandal Parikrama book, where Gurudeva himself has written all these glories at different places in Braj. Every year he'd go on Parikrama. Before it used to be 30, 40, 50, 60 people. We'll go walking, sometimes stay overnight somewhere. And sometimes in temples, courtyard of someone's house. And early morning again we'll go on Parikrama, then do Madhugari, do kirtan, hari-katha. Sometimes Maharaj would be speaking hari-katha and he'd be sweating so much and be fanning him. And sometimes he'd be resting. Like this way he'd put his head on someone's lap, and some other brahmachari would be massaging his legs. And this way he'd be speaking hari-katha even then. And then everyone would be weeping so much. In the Vrajmandal Parikrama book also, not much is said about all these places. Only that it's given in a nutshell. But those who have realized what they've seen in the Leela stories, when they describe these glories, then you'll realize how glorious, how great each of these pastime places of Vraj is. And they go to all these different places. Like you see in 84-mile Vraj. You go to every place. Go to Vishwanapur, Barsana. Then I go to Chiksholi. This Rangili, Sunera, Karela, Kamai, Uchagaon. And this way you go all these different places of the Sakhis. And then describe the glories of all these places. And accept Madhukari there. And then this way spend the night in the home of any Vrajvasi. And then slowly people became they developed so much faith in Gurudeva. Because wherever he'd stay overnight, they do kirtan. And people would come there and do katha kirtan. Say, in the early morning they'd say, oh Maharaj, buttermilk is ready and we've also made some rotis by our own hands. No, you cannot leave now. At least you take one roti. And Maharaj said, no, I'll go to every house, take one roti. I cannot take only from one house. And this way when the devotees increased, then 3,000, 4,000 devotees would come, and then the villagers would make rotis for 3,000 devotees in the early morning. And they'd bring so many big barrels, drums of matta, buttermilk, and also gourd. And then some places 10-20 villages would combine to make puris. And Surjakund, Srin Choti Barna Badi Barna, they make so many huge quantities of puris. And say Maharaj would do such katha kirtan. And there was no such village in Braj. Even in Uchagaon, you see all the pandas there. They did Pushpa Abhishek of Gurudeva and gave him this title, Yugacharya. So they respected him in such a nice way. You're the guru of all the Rajvasis. Big acharyas came. But just see how Gurudeva was. We have such love and affection for all the Rajvasis. Even now, you see, they have such fond memories of Gurudeva. That time I could see by my own eyes how Gurudeva and Rajvasis loved each other so much. Gurudeva would say, if these Rajvasis come to give you something, like some money or something, don't accept. Because they are like our worshipful fathers. They're looking after these Rajvasis. Looking after the cows, they're doing so much agriculture. And still you take money from them, they're like our father. So just accept some madhukari and leave. Don't take more than necessary. And respect them very nicely, serve them. Then even Bhagavan himself will be so happy. We serve these Rajvasis. In Mathura, we never see, because there was a hospital near Mathura. And you see, the Rajvasis would never come and ask for anything. They would never ask for hot water, dalia, nothing. Sometimes Gurudeva would also send the brahmacharis to look after these Rajvasis in the hospital, go and look after them, stay overnight. And sometimes if any sadhu would be hurt so much, he'd get an infection and he'd go in the hospital. And Maharaj would tell me, come to the hospital. And then we had to put phenyl, cleanse him, and all these worms would come out. Apply bleaching powder and all these things, cleanse his body. Then they say, make him healthy again. And then give him like some fruit juice, sugarcane juice. And they say, make him healthy. And then leave him in the ashram again. Gurudeva would say, you can stay in our temple or else go and stay in your ashram again. The heart of a sadhu is like butter. Whole life also it described the glories of Gurudeva. It never reached an end. It cannot possibly fully reach the extent. Because at the time there was no such vibe of like we see now. We do bhiksha. And they say, we'd make some rotis out of this bhiksha and some guest would come. And the brahmacharis would not have any rotis left. So that time we'd think, oh, these rishis are staying in the forest. Are they eating 5 times a day? Sometimes they chew on dry leaves, chewing on the bark of a tree, drink water. Not that you get Rajbhog and then also do bhajan, tapasya. No. And they say, whether katha, make them so satisfied. And even hunger, thirst, everything go away by just listening to such Vraj katha. Once. Now it's not so cold, but before it used to be very cold. In the month of Magh, January. Sometimes some santas would come at 12 o'clock in the night. And Gurudev, whatever the brahmacharis had, the clothes they had, their blankets, that time we didn't have anything. We'd give our shawls away to the sadhus. He'd also have one shawl, he'd give that shawl away also. And then everyone would be sleeping in the Natya Mandir. It would be so cold outside. They say anyhow the night was spent. And then in the morning, when they woke up during Mangal Arati, then they saw the brahmacharis and nothing. And after Balkot, when they were returning, they said, oh Maharaj, you give us 1 or 2 brahmacharis, we'll send something back with him for the ashram, some blankets, something. I said, oh, we don't want anything. Yesterday night, you gave everything away for us. And they said the brahmachari is suffering so much in the cold. And Gurudev said, oh, they saw me lying on the streets, in the gullies. So are they not surviving the cold? So many animals out there. So who's looking after these animals? Who's giving them chadar, looking after them? Who's looking after everyone? Those are diseased. those who are ill, those who are sick, everyone is being, Bhagavan is looking after everyone. One should tolerate this happiness, distress, heat, cold, infamy, fame, no need to fear. Now we have Chapan Bhog, 56 items, tomorrow you may not get anything, even dry thing. So you should be ready for this also. So they became very shy, these people. And then what do? They sent so many truckloads of blankets, shawls, pillows. They were going somewhere, and then they took rest here in the temple and just see that Thakurji's desire, they gave so many things. And since then I see there was no shortage. Bhagavan, he sees everything. There are 56 items. But you should never think about your own self, that I'll go hide something first. And then what will happen? If you eat something like that, then there'll be worms inside. Because that is like stealing. Like before everyone honors Mahaprasad, you go and hide some Mahaprasad in your room. This is like stealing. So what should you do? You should honor Mahaprasad after everything else has been distributed. This is Paramamrit, this is topmost nectar. You'll never face any difficulty. Therefore, you see how they set the standard by their behavior, by their ideal. This is one. Whatever is in their heart is one with the words they speak. Not that the words they speak is different from the moods in their heart. This is one. So one, they are always ready. Listen, tomorrow.
Sakala Vaishnava Gosai Daya Karamore Dante Trina Gari Kore Edina Sri Guru Charanaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Pana Padma Paya More Paradhanya Tomasa Karuna Dine Iha Prapti Visheshaya Gyamoye Kahilo Nishcha Prabhu